Okay, the next operation is the finger choil. I've clamped the blade in the vise here and put on a diamond grinding drum. And so let's get to it. But I should point out this is going to have to be monitored very carefully because we are doing some grinding right next to the edge, and we want to make sure we don't mess up the heat treat. So I'm going to keep feeling it, and when it starts to get warm, I'm going to take it out, cool it off in some water, and then go back to work. There, nice and cool again. Honestly, this is a pain. This is one thing you wouldn't have to mess around with if you're doing your own knives from scratch. You can do all the grinding before you heat treat them. Back into the water. This is why I also don't like really doing serrations on these, because I got them to come out really nice once, but it takes forever if you don't want to just destroy your heat treat. You gotta go so slow. But I've been filming for less than 2 minutes, and I think I've had it out 3 times to cool it. Maybe I'm being overcautious, but basically when it gets hot enough that it's uncomfortable to touch with my fingertips, I figure, you know, I better be safe. Okay, I think that might be done actually. Which is good because my safety glasses were fogging up something terrible. Here we go. I think that'll fit an index finger pretty well. Alright. Now, gotta grab the buffing, what do we call it, wheel? The fuzzy thing, and see if I can smooth out a few of the areas where there's grinding marks. I did my best to blend it so this line here is just continued up. I mean, so that the curve of the choil sits right on that line of where the blade, where the it transitions from the ricasso and pivot area to the grind of the blade. Probably not going to be cosmetically perfect with the tools I have on hand. Well, I can feel a little bit of rough. Okay, got a sander here that is mostly worn smooth, so I'm just going to put it on low speed, do a few passes with that. Okay, much better. Alright, I think we're ready for reassembly now. Gotta go grab the new washer. Okay, reassembly time. Nylon washer. Trying to track down a source of the right size and thickness so I can have phosphor bronze on both sides. But this is actually a pretty decent washer that it comes with on the on this side. Put it in there. Where'd the punch go? There it is. You can stick that on through, and it pushes, it just like centers the washers around the hole. So you have an easier time getting the pivot in, hopefully. Believe it or not, this is sometimes fairly time consuming to get it slide in the right angle. There we go. You know what? Let's grab that crappy washer there. We can stick it under the pivot bolt. Have it be a spare. For some reason the pivot bolt hates me. Oh, there it goes. Then tighten down the pivot using our handy dandy flat screwdriver notch. Let's test that. Ooh, perfect, first try. If I'd been smart, I would have used Loctite so I didn't have to do that again. Okay, so actually almost done. One more thing that probably should have done at the beginning before I took the knife apart, maybe. Would have been more climactic if I put it together and said, done! But I'm gonna do a little grind here, and that's actually kind of hard to do with the blade out, because you just don't have a frame of reference for when if you'd be crowding up on the scales or anything. You just kind of need to do it when the knife's together, and you can see how all the proportions work. Okay, I skipped the setup again. I have for transitioning to different parts a few times before, but open the knife, clamped it in, put it in a diamond grinding thingy, and that's the technical term. And we're off, and this should be the last operation of the tutorial, or whatever the heck this is. Run back up there, Light. There we go. Now it's done. Well, aside from examining it closely to see if I scuffed anything, drying it off, and putting a drop of oil on the pivot, but it's basically done. So probably another 5 minutes or so. But I won't bore you with that because that's really pedestrian type stuff. But that's how you take a Enlan EL-01, which is already a good heavy-duty knife, and turn it into what I truly believe is a great heavy-duty knife. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and of course, always remember where your knife is. Thanks for watching.